Dano, residents in the civil suit claim that Paul Graziano knew or should have known about the alleged sexual misconduct. Today, he gave some details about when and how he found out about the allegations.
Like I said, some of this stuff is already on order.
Paul Graziano spent part of his day at Gilmore Homes talking to residents about maintenance improvements. One resident did comment about other issues in her community, but she didn't get very far.
Something got to be done because I'm being threatened and I'm not safe around
here.
I know that.
Let's talk about that privately.
Claims from residents who say that maintenance workers demanded sex or else refused to make repairs have already sparked a civil suit and an investigation from the Baltimore City State's attorney. But Graziano revealed Wednesday that now the feds are investigating as well. He told reporters that he had very little knowledge of the allegations prior to the lawsuit filing on September 28th.
All I had was some indication from an article in the Afro-American, which did not name names, and we tried to follow up there. We're unable to get any information that would lead to specific action at that point.
Since then, he says he has sent letters to residents encouraging them to come forward with any evidence of misconduct.
We have taken very strong actions. I've sat down with, I think, 8 of the named plaintiffs with their counsel. We had a good discussion. We have taken very severe personnel actions. I can't discuss the details related to that.
He wouldn't say who, if anyone, has been disciplined or from what level of the department. He was asked if any employees at Gilmore Homes were aware of the allegations prior to the suit.
I can't discuss anything more than that. I'm telling you what I knew and when I knew it.
And so as far as the overall issue of conditions within public housing is concerned, Graziano pointed at the federal government. He said the housing department simply does not have the financial support it needs from Washington to get everything done that needs to get done. We're live downtown tonight. Kyrie, WBAL TV 11 News.
All right.